Hey guys, welcome to another edition of the No BSDUO show. It is Saturday. Tonight we're going to have an awesome experience because we have a phenomenal guest. And if you have not seen the promos, then you just don't know yet. But if you have seen the promos, then you know exactly who is going to bust through the door. And as you know, tonight all of our experiences are amazing. All of our guests are phenomenal. But tonight is going to be so special because I've already had the privilege of being in the room with this gentleman, and he had me on my belly. And you'll get to know what I mean after we get to the conversation with him. So share the network, share the experience, because the show starts right now.
Hey, ladies.
Hey.
Hello, everybody. Happy Saturday.
Yes, it was a happy Saturday. I stayed in the bed all day.
Ah, no, ma'am. 2 stars. Would not recommend.
I had to recommend. I've been running like crazy. So my body was like, yeah, since you're not listening, we just gonna do it. And see is what happened.
Rest is good.
Rest is good.
Rest is
Rest is
good.
good. Cuzzo, you got that voice going on. Thank
Well,
God. Won't he do it?
won't he do it?
Yes,
It's
won't
not
he do
100%. I mean, I still sound like a little bass in my voice, but and I'm still coughing in the midst of talking, so I'm not going to be talking all night because it's it's just doing what it do.
I'm glad to see you're up and added too, Val.
Yeah, you know what, guys? I think that I don't know what it was. It was a bug. I found out that there was a little bug that was going around. So
Okay.
I was down for the count. Like it was over for me. Over like 2 days in the bed, no appetite, barely
Lord.
enough strength to do anything. And I was just like, I don't even know what's going on.
Yeah, it
But
definitely was a bug going around. It's skipping every other person.
mhm.
But I'm glad you feel better.
Yes, I
Oh,
do.
so this
Thank
what
you.
happened. It skipped. So it skipped Bree, skipped you, skipped me, and hit you. Yeah, because that's how we were sitting, right? Okay.
It was crazy. It was absolutely. I was like, well, I know I didn't get food poisoning because we all ate the same
We
food.
all ate the same.
Girl,
I
I
was
was
just
sitting there looking at the clock like this. All right, it's 2 days. Okay. It's 3 days. Okay. I'm
I
okay.
was just like, I don't know what is going on. And then my sister reached out to me and she was like, I think I got the bug. It's something going around. And I was just like, okay, I'm just going to chalk it up as the bug. I ain't claiming nothing else. This bug gonna leave and we're gonna be good. So I'm
Great.
here.
I'm glad you
Won't he do
are.
it?
And the Christian, the petty Christian is here too, and he is ready to be petty. He has already started being petty.
It's okay. It's all right.
I was like, yeah, he wake up in the morning, petty. It must be that, I guess. But I love it. I love it because he keep us excited. You know, it's something about the structure of happiness, something that we're missing right now. We've all been down, stressed out, depressed, and then we have people like Thomas Terrell Jr. that comes up and be like, "Yo, not on my watch. We are not going to have that kind of room."
Yes.
And he knows how to stir up a room because he had me in stitches at City Winery this week. I was like, okay, I'm just done.
Yes. Big up to the City Winery.
Yes, City Winery.
We had a great time when we went there on Wednesday, right? Hump day. We was there for
Okay.
hump day, humpity humpty hump.
Yes,
That
we
got us
did.
over the hump of the week.
Yep. And that's what we did. It was a
Yeah.
marvelous time. Mr. Jermaine Bryson and Thomas Terrell came up and lit up the place with Masonic
Hmm.
flow. I was like,
And
okay,
Showtime killed the whole game. Big up
oh,
to
yeah.
Showtime.
It's the short man himself. But
We
you know
had
what? I
a
ain't talking
great
about short
time.
people because you know Mr. Terrell is short. So,
Yeah, don't talk about short people.
yeah, we're not talking
Don't
about
talk
short
about
people.
short
Don't
people.
talk about short people because he gonna bust in the room and say, "What y'all say about short people?"
But let him know it wasn't y'all. It was this way. It was her.
Hey, watch it. We're not saying nothing, but what we are gonna say is we're gonna let the hospitality department welcome
Mm.
everybody in before we bring in the master himself. Hospitality.
Lord. Hello, everybody. Happy Saturday and welcome to the KNOW Show. We're so happy that you guys are here with us. We have a wonderful experience for you today. So go ahead and share that love, share that live. Please know that we are streaming live right now on all of our YouTube channels. So no matter which YouTube channel you go to, we are there. We're also streaming 3 ways under social media. You're under that is the KNOW Show. You're also trickling in under the sister chat. So if you are there, please allow StreamYard the option to display your name. And to all of my vibers inside of the V Spot, cheers, y'all. Thank you so much for coming in. And just know that uncut and unmute right now, we are being aired on TKBSDSProductions.com, TKBSDSProductions.com. I hope you guys are ready because this is an amazing, amazing person to end someone's week and begin their week for tomorrow. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the experience.
All right, now y'all should be nice and warm. I see that the trombone slide has walked.
Hey, bro.
Good evening, Mr. Thaddeus. And tell your lovely wife we said happy birthday to you.
Yes.
Yeah.
And mom, tell mom we said hi. We love mom.
Yes, Mom Cradle, we miss you, love you. So, as they would say, let the experience begin. Now, I don't think I could do it as sweet as he did because the way he did it, he came in the room, he announced himself.
I was about to say, let's talk about huh.
Yes,
He
how
came
he came
in
and
the
announced
room,
himself.
announced himself. He was like, "Y'all ready?
It
Y'all ready
wasn't.
for what's about to come in the room? What's about to happen? Are
He
y'all
said, look at
ready?"
here, can't nobody introduce me better than me. Let's just go on.
But you
Make
know
it
what, still,
happen.
I'm gonna let him do what he did at the City Winery. Can we bring the brother in and let him introduce himself?
Let's
Can we do
go.
that? I think we can. Introducing the one and the only, him going to tell himself, Mr. Thomas Terrell Jr.
What's going on?
How you going? Is that how you introduced yourself? That's not how you introduced yourself. That's not what you did.
I can't hear nobody but Val.
Uh-oh.
Are
All
you
I can hear is Val.
serious?
I'm dead serious. All I can hear is Val.
Oh,
So I'm just going off of, I'm reading lips over here, but all I can hear is Val.
So you only still hear Val right now?
yeah, I think
He
he
must
can
only
only
still
hear
hear.
me.
He must only
Oh,
still hear Val
wow.
right now
So
too.
this is what we wanted you to do, bro. We wanted you to introduce yourself. I'm not so sure why you can't hear
So
everyone else.
take your earplugs out. Let's see if that's gonna work.
I don't know, but you can relay it to me, Val, so we can keep on going with the flow. One monkey don't stop no show.
I
You
know
can
that's
tell
right.
me what they
So
saying, but I introduce myself.
That's right. That's what we wanted you to do, bro.
Go
So
ahead.
listen,
I'm bringing
we
you
are
back
going
to
to
the
go
point.
ahead. Okay, let me bring him in so he can introduce himself. Okay, so coming in right now is none other than my bro. He is so amazing. We had a great time with him at the City Winery. So we're going to go ahead and open up the door for Thomas Terrell. Go ahead, bro.
All right, y'all start clapping right now. Y'all start clapping right now. Give it up all the way from Washington, D.C. Thomas Allen Terrell Jr., which is his government. His stage name is Jesus, but he known as the Petty Christian. Start clapping your hands right now. Give it up for me.
So it was amazing. It was so funny because we were sitting there and we were waiting, to get ready to order our stuff. Of course, we came in a little late, and then after the
A lot
introduction,
of late.
Okay, listen. What we ain't gonna do around these parts. This is our house, sir. Okay, this is our house. When you go to people's house, they say respect the house. Okay, so
Right. Right.
we was late, but we was on CP time, so we was right about on time.
Oh,
On
well,
time.
y'all was right on time there. Y'all
He
was
was
right
right
on
on
time.
There,
time.
there you go. So we were sitting there, and then the introduction started, and I was like, "Oh, okay." And I'm looking around, and then he stand up with the bike. I said, "Did he just introduce himself?" Well,
He's
you
like,
go
ain't nobody
ahead.
gonna introduce me. I'm gonna introduce myself.
I got to go along with what's going on, man. Hey, I get hired for one job, and I got to do multiple. But hey, like I said, I'm prepared for it. You stay ready. You ain't got to get ready.
I know that's right, and
That's
you
That's
were
right.
right.
definitely
Stage
That's
ready.
right.
ready. That's right.
Def-
Stage
So
ready.
Y'all had a
we
good
gonna
time.
yes
we
we
We had
did.
a
did.
great time.
Shout out to the
Yes.
City Winery and Mosaic Float for having me up there. This is my
Yeah.
second time in Philly, man. I just got so much love up there. But it might be my second home. I don't know. I'm just moving around
Watch
so
out
much
now.
so far.
Watch out now. You know we love DC.
Well, Shauna is saying we love DC. He's reading your lips, so I guess
All right.
I'll be the narrator for the
Yeah,
Oh,
evening.
you got you.
okay.
Hey, look, just like I gotta introduce myself, you got two jobs tonight.
Okay.
So look, tell him to pop out his earphones
So
and let's
so
see if
so
that will
um
work.
so do us a favor, bro, really quick. Take your earphones out of the port and then try to put it again to see if it can clear that way.
Can y'all hear me like this?
I can hear
Yes.
you.
All right, I can hear everybody like this.
Oh,
Oh, all
cool.
right now.
Okay. Whatever makes you happy, take them off. Take them
Shauna
off.
told me put these earplugs in and I couldn't hear nothing. So
I
blame
did.
her.
I
See,
Again,
did.
again,
Now,
it's
I talk
her.
like this because
Again,
you
it's
you messed the
her.
show up.
now y'all hear what's happening, right? We hear the clitter clatter and the clitter clatter. So do understand that's the reason why there's a clear clatter, but it's also because we're gonna be laughing and clapping. So that was the reason for the earphones, but we're gonna work with it. Don't even worry about
Wait,
it.
he look, he turned the Bluetooth. I
Hey,
know
we
that's
good.
right.
I switched to the wireless, so we gonna keep it moving.
Bluetooth
Boom!
ain't
Okay.
Bluetooth
There you
ain't never
go.
lie.
See?
Can you hear all
Motion,
of
can you hear
us?
us all?
Yeah,
You can
I can
hear
hear
me now?
everybody.
All
All
Good.
right
right, there
now.
we go.
All right, here we go.
All right, so
Here
what was
we
y'all
go.
saying again? Like now.
So what we
Are
were
we going
saying,
look because we have creative keys, we're gonna do it again, all right, y'all. This we gonna do.
so
No,
what
ma'am.
we said was,
So
No, ma'am.
that was art that Ace
oh my
Ventura.
God.
So introducing the one and only, the only one who can introduce himself. That is the petty Christian himself. Ladies and gentlemen, can we bring him in and let him tell you who he is? It's Mr. Thomas Terrell Jr. Here you go. Boom. What?
Hey, y'all, I can hear everybody now. Live in effect. I don't want this nice shirt for y'all, and y'all treat me like this.
Oh my goodness. Oh Lord. Oh Lord.
So him back now, y'all.
So I said in the beginning of the experience that he had me on my belly. Now you guys see what I meant when I said he had me on my belly.
Honey, how about he started hearing everybody with the BOMB word? Everybody must have had the look on their face like, is there one in the room?
Goodness.
So when did you wake up and realize that you was the funny guy?
Well, I always been entertaining towards my friends, but one night, I was always a big fan of comedy. I don't know if comedy was like my calling, but one night, when you drink alcohol, you just end up in certain places. That's before I was saved for the fifth time, church folks. So y'all don't be out there judging,
No judgment
But
here.
No
I
judgment.
went out to see a friend, and he actually bombed, and I was like, well, if he could do it, I could go ahead and give it a try. So I gave it a try, and I started off doing comedy like the regular Def Comedy Jam type comedy, what I grew up on watching. But then it was I just felt like one night on stage, it was a big night. We had a comedy laugh off, and it was me and a guy named Talent. He's a heavy hitter in the comedy game. You may know him from his famous line. He's like, "It's just comedy." But yeah, so he's on there, and I had told my wife, which was my girlfriend at the time, I was like, "Man, I'm about to change it up. I'm about to just do straight church jokes." And she was like, "The night of the show?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm just gonna talk about my life." And the first thing I said, because I didn't have an opening joke, I was like, "God is good." All the people at the bar was like, "All the time." So I was like, "Yeah, we gonna go with the flow of this."
That is definitely the church intro.
Yes, it
God is
is.
good all the time.
And
That is just the
all
best
the
intro.
time.
God
You
is
you see
good.
you see this you see
Yeah.
the church was acting the fool up at the city winery.
No, you had the deacon looking at you from the side eye.
Oh
Right.
yeah, he'll get over it, man. He'll
From
get over it.
the
So what was
what's the
funny was,
Episcopalian church.
but that was funny because out of a whole crowded room, he knew who was the deacon and who was the reverend by the way they was responding. It was like they had a little
I can
tag
spot him.
that just came right upside their head. It was like, okay, that's the deacon. Got him.
I can spot him a mile away. It's just the way that they carry themselves. Like, like us like when I say Christianity, I don't really talk about like religion. I just speak of like relationship with Jesus. You know what I'm saying? Because
Right.
most of the time, religion not knocking nobody's tradition, which words get mixed up in church, but not knocking nobody's tradition. But we do a lot of what Jesus said don't do. When he said, "Judge ye not, love your brother," we ain't doing none of that. So I just do what Jesus said do. Not all of it, because I don't really, love all my neighbors yet. But, I'm working on it.
I know that's
I
right.
know that's right. And
Tell
we
the
all
truth.
working on it.
Tell the
Yes, we
truth.
are. So good evening, Mr. J Trees. He's from your hometown, Terrell.
Oh, Jay,
Yes.
I'm saying Jay like I know who he is. What up, Jay? Hey, man, what's going on, man?
I know that's right.
So when you shout out Jay, you have to also shout out our dad.
Yes.
Yes.
The man with the red car that walked up in the building from the Carolinas. Hey, Daddy.
I was getting ready to
Oh,
say
man, I'm trying to come down Carolina to the churches, man.
Oh, he will definitely welcome you into his church to do your little petty Christian scene. I'm trying to tell you.
that was so funny. It was hilarious.
Nah,
Yes.
they might kick me
Not
out.
even that.
'Cause
Your stand up.
I'm
Your
I'm
stand
too
up.
real.
Period.
I just speak on stuff that goes on in church. I'm like the Bernie Mac of the Christian comedy world. Like I say what a lot of people say, and they call me the petty Christian because my grandmother told me it ain't petty if you telling the truth. People be like, "You so wrong," and I'd be like, "But is it a lie?" So I just say what's on my mind.
Yes.
So wait a minute. Give me something that your grandma wouldn't say was petty, but somebody else would say was petty, but it was funny. So what'd you say?
Some like some like she was what they call the church mother or whatever you want to call it. That's for y'all don't know church culture. Church mother is Facebook before Facebook was even. They know all the news, so they the
That's right.
original Facebook. And they used to talk about when people ain't have on slips. I know the young girl like, "What's a slip?"
Uh-huh.
Something that keep the private area fresh. That's what my grandma say. But she just talk about people, and just like the pastor, we all got that pastor where there's a little bit of people in the church, and we done raised off, we done gave all we got, and he just come out and say something crazy like, "Oh, well, we need $100 more. It's in here," and she'll say something like, "It must be in your pocket because we done gave all we got."
How many times have you been in that church where they be like, "All right, We done went to the back and we done counted the money, and we short by a couple of more hundreds. Now I need y'all to dig deep.
Yeah.
Dig
Ain't
deep.
no deeper. I ain't got no deeper.
Or you had that pastor who say, now y'all know I invited this man to come to my church. You know how my church do. And we know I want my church to stand up, not the guest church, but my church to come on in because we short. You know how much we short. So just do what y'all do. Come on. We passing the basket around. So we all been raised in that church.
Or you got this one. Now y'all know
Now,
I don't
now,
like to beg. I don't like to keep asking y'all for no extra money, but come on now, y'all. Y'all know we in need right now, but y'all know I don't want to beg y'all for no money.
Yep. Or you get this one. Didn't y'all eat good? Wasn't that food good? Then Sister So-and-so put her foot in that potato salad. Wasn't that chicken on point? We had that fish. Now y'all know we don't always do fish. Come on, y'all.
but I like, by going around to different churches and performing. I like to dig deep preachers. Let's show what our church made of. Cause I want to see what the church made of when I come there.
Just like you wanted to know about that Episcopalian.
Episcopalian.
Yeah, man. All this guy had to do was say he and me. You know what I'm saying? Come on down, brother. I'm coming, Gilbert. I'm gonna leave all my information. Right? Bring me on in, Gilbert. But man, he just wanted to be so prestige about church. Just say A&E, man. We get it. I know church costs him, but he wanted to say it out. And y'all was joking on me. See, y'all ain't know I heard y'all talk about the way that I talk, because I got a little twang because I'm from DC. So y'all, and he was trying to be funny, so he was asking for it. So, I just made him part of the show.
That was good too.
Yes,
That
And
was
we
good.
cracked up laughing. We hollered. So can you tell the people how you called him and how you shouted him out? Like, can we talk about what had happened?
Well, he was sitting up there, and I can spot church people a mile away. I grew up in church my whole life. I still tend to this day. Also, I know they sit with a certain arrogance to themselves, So I was just going around, and when I mentioned church, he kind of set up and adjusted himself. So I said, hey, yeah, that's the deacon. I can spot them a mile away. So I was just asking them, what's your religion? And I still can't say the word to this day, but he was A&Me, y'all. African Methodist. That's what he was. But the E word I couldn't say, so he tried to correct me, and I'm the one with the mic, so you ain't gonna win. Not when I got the mic, so. But when I started running down the preachers, and I was talking about a different style of preachers, he was sitting there, he was like, yeah, he got his down pat. So yeah, I know what it is. Like, it's good, we can have fun. Christians act like it's a sin to laugh. Like, if you ask a Christian how they doing, they give you the most miserable answer. Oh, I'm just taking it one day at a time. I'm just holding on. Like, we supposed to have fun, you know what I'm saying?
So what is the 3 different stages of the preachers? What's the 3 different preachers styles?
Well, it's so many, but my favorite 3 is like, first is the Pharaoh preacher. That's the preacher who just don't want to let God's people go, and he be preaching through breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and he always talking about he bringing it on in. Oh man, then we got the turn to your neighbor pastor. Everything he say, he wants you to say to your neighbor, and like I said in the beginning, who's even say I like my neighbor? Then we got the asthma attack pastor. That's that ha. See, that come from down south. They call that's what they call hooping. But I call it the asthma attack because it sounds like they're out of breath. Everywhere. You're barking or trying to clear your throat. What you doing? You know what I'm saying? So they're my favorite 3, but you got so many, But that's only black preachers, because they don't go to theological college. They get called on, something crazy happening in their life. Like they running from the police. They got away, now they running for the Lord ever since.
So this was the best part of the experience, is when you said that you got pulled over because you had Jesus in the car with you. That was like,
Yeah,
I was
that
not.
go over that go over a lot of people's head. The part that was really, and I have to pause all the time, because I say the police, they pull me over. Police don't like to see black men in the car having a good time. and people always pause. Jesus is black, in case y'all don't know who looking. But yeah, and it ain't just his description. Like the stuff that he did was black. Like if he was white, he would have turned water into beer. White men love beer. You know what I'm saying? But or he wouldn't have had no fish fry. That's all the two fish. Hey, we know how to make it work. Black people know how to make food work. It probably was tuna fish sandwiches, but we gonna leave it at 2 fish and 5 loaves of bread. That sounds like tuna to me.
Oh God. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. You said that sound like tuna fish to you?
That's tuna fish sandwiches. That's tuna fish sandwiches. I know what a tuna fish sandwich sound like.
Here's what I'm talking about.
So wait.
Talk about.
Let me go to the Bible for a minute. Whew, I feel my chest. Hold on.
You got the asthma.
But then people don't understand. Oh, you over there about to
You
start
got the
hooping.
asthma over there.
Wait. So I have to bring Monet in the room for a minute.
Oh God.
Monet would say, we need to go to the good book for a minute. He said
Everything I'm saying in the good book.
Oh God. It is in a good book.
it sounded like tuna fish to me. So wait a minute, y'all. They was on the beach, right? And he fed the multitudes by loaves of bread, right? Of fish. And
2 fish and 5 loaves of bread.
Sound like tuna fish to me.
Them tuna fish sandwiches cut up. Y'all do the math.
I mean,
And when we go to the beach, we do take tuna sandwiches.
I'm telling you.
and you can make tuna stretch. So
You can make that
Hey,
stretch
I'm
with
telling
all
you. And they
that
cut them
bread.
sandwiches up and them people.
Oh God.
I love
tuna
it.
fish
Right
sandwiches.
now. I can't
love
with you
it.
right now.
I love it.
Oh.
But I
So
also
this-
say a lot of stuff that's in the Bible that, you know, people don't like to laugh at. And I grew up going to Bible school, so I would try to find the funny in the Bible. Just like the other night, I was telling people that as a man, if you marry, you automatically get into heaven because you did something that God didn't do. Like he got Jesus' mother pregnant, but he ain't married her. And then people look at me like, oh, but Jesus didn't get married neither.
That's why you petty.
Yeah.
Because that was just
That's why
real
I'm petty, because it's the truth. Everything that I say is in the good book, as you just said. It's in the good book. See, I don't skip around. I read the whole good book.
So what would you say about Noah?
Oh, you know, God don't use perfect people. He just used people to prove that he's a perfect God. Noah was a drunk. And Noah was white, because white people love animals. So everybody in the Bible ain't black.
Excuse you. I love animals.
You see in today's world laying around with tigers and all that. Noah was white, man.
Wait. He said what he said.
Well, think about it. What do you don't see us laying around with no tigers and elephants. Who you see doing that? That ain't our thing. We can see a pit bull. We crossing the street. The animals ain't our thing.
I see a squirrel and I'm crossing the street. I don't even play those games.
Oh, me and the squirrels, I tell you, they attack my hair. We don't have no problems with squirrels anymore.
Look, I'm telling you. Animals ain't our thing. You got to read the Bible like you listen to the news. You know what's white and you know what's black.
Right. True.
That's like the story of the man getting caught in the belly of the fish. Like, and he went home and the Bible say that his wife embraced him. I know that wasn't no sister embracing you gone all them many days. No call, no show. Nah, that ain't working.
No call, no show.
No call. Wait, so you in a marriage and you have the no call, no show rule?
Honey, Jonah was
Yeah,
gone for a
that's why
minute.
Jesus couldn't get married, because he couldn't die and be gone for 3 days and then just come back home and tell his wife, hey, I'm back. He would have been standing, knocking at the door, Jesus, hey, behold, I stand at the door and knock. She be like, nah, keep on knocking, but you can't come in. Not no sister. Ain't no sister going for that, man.
Goodness
We
gracious.
saw your commercial.
Oh my God.
Goodness
Oh
gracious.
God, we going to commercial because that one you was.
I mean, that's fact. You can't run from the facts.
No,
I
you
mean,
can't run from the
you can't
fact.
run from the facts.
Wait,
Hey, it's the
it was
truth.
the
I
look
didn't
for
write the
me.
book. I ain't write the book.
It was the look for me. Did you see? Because he had the perfect look. Because we be standing behind the door like, nope. He had the
He's
look. He
She was
got the
like,
look.
mm, mm. You been waiting for 3 days? Your father ain't called me? Mm.
not your father. Y'all,
Hey,
I'm
he ain't
done.
bringing none of she done fed all them people, ain't bringing none to eat, no potato salad, nothing. And you hanging out. He always was with his boys. Ain't no sister going for that. She tell you with your little friends a little too much, Jesus. All that, man. Jesus couldn't be marrying no sister.
Wait, not you with your
Oh,
friends a little bit too much. Wait a minute.
oh,
Oh, God.
anytime woman say little anything, they mean they tired of that thing. Your little friend, your little car, your little anything. Nah, they tired of that right there.
little, 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 little. I feel a little Annie Carl Burnett moment. Little, little, little,
Oh,
little.
God.
oh my goodness. Oh
Uh,
my goodness.
Oh Jesus!
so, as everyone can see, we just got a taste of Mr. Terrell on at the City Winery the other night. So, I wasn't ready then. I'm not ready now. So,
No, no,
Y'all,
no,
I mean,
no,
y'all.
no.
And it was so funny.
No lies
It was,
detected, as they say. I mean, hey, it's in the book. You can open it up. It ain't just for
yeah,
holding the coffee table up. You can read it and open it up.
there you go. It was there. When we were driving home, when we were driving home, Shona was going all over the world, and we had no idea where she was going. And I'm like, Shona, I'm
See,
gonna just let
Gilbert,
you.
Gilbert ain't even know he's gonna be getting all this knowledge tonight.
no,
See,
no,
Gilbert Hall. See what I'm giving you.
no, no, no.
Gilbert ain't even know we was having Bible study tonight.
I'm not.
See,
Never mind. Never
see,
mind.
and
Oh
we
God!
can hear
Go
I'm
ahead,
in the
Gilbert.
Bob.
good
No,
book, Gilbert.
no, I
I'm in
can't.
the good book, Gilbert.
So
I'm in
wait,
the King
why?
James. This ain't the new
Wait,
version. This King James.
but
Mm-mm.
wait.
Now wait a
Why
minute.
got?
Now
Why
wait.
got me? Why got me calling his name?
I was going to say that. We stuck on the Gilbert. We stuck on the
Mm-mm.
Gilbert.
I
And
just
I
need
we
to
can
know.
hear
I seen him
Isaiah.
commented, so he's showing love.
So
Yeah,
So I
I
was
need to know.
acknowledging that I seen him showing love.
So
yeah.
I just need to know. Hey,
Oh,
Daddy, is
oh,
that how you really pronounce your name? Because you got a
no,
little country twang, and maybe that is.
Gilbert. So when he called the
I
next
don't know.
day,
I thought it said Gilbert Hall. I don't know.
so when Daddy called us this week, we gonna answer the phone and say, "Hey, Gilbert,
Yeah, I'm gonna say, hey, Gilbert.
what's going on?"
Oh man. Oh, I see. I ain't see the nickname. Hey, G Daddy. I ain't. Hey, I think Gilbert Hall.
Oh my goodness gracious. Nope.
It's
Bring
all
it
good.
down,
We
tell him.
can
G Daddy.
No.
hear
Stop.
and we can hear him with the high pitched laugh that he
You
has.
know he
Oh
is.
my
You
God.
know he is. He is.
Oh,
He is cracking up like Roscoe from the Dukes of Hazzard. Trust me when I tell you, he is
Mm-mm.
cracking up like Roscoe.
so let
Mm-mm.
me ask. So were you the young man that when the family got together, grandma would say, "Come on out here and make us laugh. Mimic this one, mimic that one," or did you just come with your own routine?
Nah, I wasn't that one because they would make each other laugh in the living room, and the kids can't come to the living room because and got that plastic on there, so you can't come in the living room.
That's
So we
right.
had a little line
You
that
had to
stopped
stay
the
in the
hallway
shower
from the living
space.
room, so I would just watch from the hallway.
Not the
Okay.
plastic on the
Not the
couch.
plastic on the couch.
You look like
Yeah,
you too
and we
young to
had some
know.
in the house.
You look like you too young to know about the plastic
Man,
on the couch.
nah, that plastic was just that old. And we had a runner in the hallway. You had to stay on the runner. Like,
Yes.
man, you better not, and if you hit your toe on the edge of that runner, woo, it's a bad day for you.
Yes. Yes.
Mm, 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 mm.
Yes.
Oh,
I remember the dad, you just took me back. The runners on the floor. Oh my God.
Mm.
I
We
thought
had
I
to
was a
watch.
runway model working that runner.
You had a what?
Oh my God.
I used to pretend that was like the Jetsons runner. I was standing on it and like it was gonna move one day.
No, she
But I
didn't.
was mauling my Easter suits on that runner.
Oh God. So how many are you, the oldest, the youngest, the middle?
I'm the youngest of both parents.
Okay.
But I'm named
Okay.
after my father. I got an older brother, but I don't think he thought it was his. But I'm named after my dad.
He gonna get you for that.
Listen, these things
Somebody
we
head
can't make
hurting over
up.
there. Somebody grabbing their head. Is
These
everything all right?
these things we just can't make up. I'ma just listen. The best thing you ever said, that one of the funniest things you ever said that night was that you was gonna let the other person go to hell in peace, right? So I'm just gonna sit here. I'm just gonna be quiet, bro, and I'm gonna just let you go to hell in peace, okay? I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to get my name tied to yours because it's check marks going off. Anytime you say something, it's a check mark. And I don't want to be guilty by association. So I'm just going to
Too
let
late.
you.
Too late. You sitting next to him. Too late.
Yeah, you
Oh,
sitting right, you
change,
sitting right next to him.
change my stats.
She forever throwing somebody. Last week she threw me. This week she throwing you.
Look, it's okay. I'm gonna sit right here next to him, and I'm gonna keep laughing. That's okay. With my hoarse voice and all, and with me muting myself to cough and all. It's okay. I'm here for all of it today.
Oh God. Whew.
Thank you for pushing through. I appreciate
Right.
Oh God.
What we do. That's
Listen,
what we
laughter
do.
is good for the soul.
Yes, it is.
Where would we be and how old would we look if we didn't laugh? Like
Mhm.
seriously, guys, it's like an exercise for muscles. Like
It really is. It really, really is. It take more muscles to frown than it do to laugh and smile.
yes.
So go ahead and smile
it.
on. But I ain't associated with that little nonsense. all that down, all that down there, no sir,
And
no
then to think,
sir.
all you could hear in the
Ain't it?
beginning was her, and now she just left you. Look at that.
Did she leave?
Won't
That's
he?
what people do.
Won't he
That's
do
what-
it? You,
No. No. Won't she do it?
yes, she will.
Won't
Yes.
she
Be
do
careful, because he might tell you when he told the other guy, he may say to you, "Hey, Val, you can go to hell and peace."
it? So I think that was an underlining point to the Episcopalian. I think that
He
was
said,
that
he
little
said, you know what I'm
jab, that
saying?
little dig.
You
I think that's what that was.
Episcopal, yeah, that.
Yeah, that. I think that's a little dig
Yeah,
right there
that.
for that.
Yeah, I thought
Listen,
he was a
you
pistol
And
courier.
you like Episcopal,
a pistol.
yeah, that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that.
Y'all, you if listen to everyone who's listening, to everyone who's watching on YouTube, for everyone who went back and and is going to listen to our podcast. You guys have to make sure you follow this man because he is seriously funny. So make sure you guys follow him. Make sure if you were like in a city where he is doing something that you definitely show up because he is dangerously funny and really, really hilarious. So it was great to see him, in person. So just being able to think back on what happened a couple of days ago is hilarious. So if you need to laugh, this is definitely laugh worthy. So hilarious.
And laugh to help with gas.
What you say?
What?
Laugh at what?
Wait, look at
You
the
said
face.
laugh
Though.
with
Laugh to
gas.
help with gas. You don't have to have all that built up.
Oh my god.
Listen, we about to be built up
Oh
and
my
fired because we ain't paid no sponsors. So we be right back, y'all. We be we need a minute to breathe and get some water. We be right back.
I feel like busting loose. I said, Shala, come on, y'all said. I said, Shala, get it, y'all said. I said, Shala, come on, y'all said. I said, Shala, hit it, y'all said. Give me the big.
Kenny Brooks, Jazz on the Pike, Illusion. 403 West Baltimore Pike, Clifton Heights, PA 19018. Reservations are recommended. Hosted by Andrea M. Jackson.
So we have been warned, y'all. Our father said he gonna.
I was just texting y'all.
He said, daughters, I'll see y'all after the show.
Listen, no, he said I'll see you on after the show. Meaning while we in the bed, he gonna call it. I was just listen. I was just texting y'all. I said, Dad said, see y'all soon. I ain't going to that meeting.
It's okay. It's all right.
We're in trouble. See, we was where we.
It's
we in
okay.
trouble,
Listen,
y'all.
Daddy knows. He knows his daughters. So
Oh God. He
it's
said, I'm gonna
okay.
see y'all after the
I'm gonna
show.
see y'all after. And you know what? I can see him pointing like, you know what? I'm gonna get y'all because he declared we be frying them. He declared he be like, I come on the show and y'all just start frying me. Like, we ain't frying you, Dad.
But he had a great time, right? Riri,
Yes.
Cuzzo put the little thing up on live so he can jam, and he
Yeah.
was good.
He
He was
heard
there with
Mr.
all of us. We was
He
all
heard
together
Mr.
that night.
JB. Yes, he heard
Yeah.
Mr. JB. That's his kind of music too.
Oh
So,
yeah. You can see him. You can see him sliding across the floor with James Brown. Him and Showtime. They would have had the show together.
Yes.
yeah.
So Alfonso was asking for the booking info. So bro, what is your booking up? I think we
But
lost them.
did we lose him for a minute? We must have lost him for a minute.
Yeah, I think he probably gonna come right back. He might have had a call that came through,
Yeah, definitely. But Alfonso will definitely get the booking information to you soon.
Yes, there we go.
When
He's gonna be able to tell us now. So yes, we need your booking information. We have someone
Can't hear
who's
nothing
inquiring.
again.
So
Can you hear me? Can you hear me, bro? Look at me trying to be his friend.
He ain't your friend. He not your friend no more.
Oh.
Can you hear?
Can you still hear us again? No.
He might have to go
I think
completely
his,
out.
Yeah, let me go kick him out and let him come back in.
Yeah.
I
He
think
might
his
have to
Bluetooth might have died.
probably died off.
Oh, wait a minute. He's doing something now. Hold on.
Uh,
Can you hear us?
Bro, can you hear us?
Can you hear us?
Oh.
Yeah. We're gonna let you go out and come back in.
Sean. The man can't. Sure, you worse than the comedy. That man can't hear you. Put it across the screen.
I'm trying to do sign language.
I was going to put it across the screen. Do you want me to do that?
Yeah, tell him that we're gonna go ahead and let him come back in. Oh, I think he just did it. So let's see. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and let him come out the room and then let him come back in.
Yeah, I just put it on the screen for him. Just 1 second so he can see it. Yep.
Uh,
There you go.
Okay.
All right. So yes, his name, if you look him up on Facebook or anywhere, you can see him as the Petty Christian. And his name is Thomas Terrell Jr. And he is every bit of crazy. So our friend Jermaine Bryson, he's a trombone player for Masonic Flow. He's also the trombone player for Cool and the Gang. He was on this is Sister Chat a couple of weeks ago. And he was telling us how he was coming to the City Winery and he was bringing his boy, Thomas Terrell. And he said he didn't even know that he was funny. He didn't even know that he did jokes. And so I was like, okay, well, let me check him out and see what's going on. And I was watching him, and he has like every day, the brother has something that he's petty about. Like he had this little rubber thing. And he was talking about how he was rubbing his hair back and it's supposed to bring your hair back. He said, I'm still rubbing y'all. My hair still ain't come back in. Then he told me the reason why we probably don't get called back, a single big women, why we don't get called back to come back, see the guy at his house again. He said, because we broke the toilet seat.
Oh, no.
I was like, and I started laughing. I was like, wait a minute. That's not funny.
Wait, what? How do we break the toilet seat?
That's what I said. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. That's not funny because I got a big butt. And I don't think I'd be breaking no toilet.
And you know what? Just a sidebar, because nobody from my job is watching tonight. I hope not. But if
How
they
do you
are,
know? Let's not.
if they are, I don't care. Because everybody knows. So we have this big girl at our job who goes to the bathroom 3 times a day, and it's the same time every day. And we know which stall she uses because the toilet seat wobbles.
Oh my Lord.
I'm not. Nope.
And I wasn't going. I didn't laugh at first, but since you just said that, it's like that's such a true statement. Like we're trying to figure out how we can help this young lady, but
she got to stop plopping down on the toilet seat. And that's what he said. He said, stop plopping down on the toilet seat and maybe they'll call you back over to see them again.
That's just was just reality for me. I'm sorry. Sidebar. Go ahead.
But he is just really, really, really funny. And you have to be open to humor.
You do. You have to be open to humor.
You can't take it seriously. Don't take it personal. It's just humor.
But that's what every comedian. I think people. It's a little pet peeve that I have. If you know you're going to a comedy show, 9 out of 10, the comic is going to talk about somebody in the audience. If it's the person on the front row, if it's the person on the second row, if you coming in late, if you keep getting up and walking out, taking your phone, like you draw attention some type of way to yourself, they're going to say something. Mm-hmm. And it's like, if you don't want to, I just feel like if you don't want to be messed with, then don't go to the show.
All right, I agree.
Or sit all the way in the back where the light is not that bright. So
even Medea does that. I mean, at Medea's show, when you walk into her shows, her tapings, what does she say? Then you come all late, sitting up in the front row, taken away from my show. She tell you.
It makes them. I feel like it makes the jokes more livable at that point.
It does.
You could take a joke and it's funny, and then it also, to me, it shows actual raw talent to when a person is not rehearsed. So at any given moment, whatever happens, he can go with the flow of the conversation.
Which is the best, because being able to pop out and pop in and go with it, that shows real, I guess, artistic comedy vision, or however it is that they're going to put it. They're able to ad-lib and go off of what, instead of sticking to the script, right? Because and comics don't skip. They don't, or they're not supposed to stick to the script, because you never know what's going to happen. Right. You never know what's going to happen while you're in there. You never know. So just to be able to move about is a great thing. Be right back. Yep. Oh, look, Church hand. Oh, wait. Remember he said in the church with the number,
with the finger
and the number 2 and the number 3.
He talked about the finger, y'all, even to the point where he said,
"Oh God!"
That the one part where he talked about with the preacher that he says, "Got to turn to your neighbor." He said he turned to his neighbor and it was his ex-girl. Right. And it was like, "Tell us gonna be all right. Tell us we gonna make it." He was looking like, I ain't telling her that, but we'll give her one of the fingers and tell her to pick.
I can't put that finger up in church, so we just go tell her to pick one.
Oh my God. Hilarious.
I was done. But I really hope that he could come back and, because right now he's having a little technical issues. But I hope that he's able to come back and he is able to tell you about the asthmatic preacher. To hear him do the asthmatic preacher is priceless. I'm trying to tell you, it's priceless.
Yeah, he said that he came on Comic View, and it's crazy because I believe I've seen him on Comic View because his face looks familiar, and I want him to talk about his experience being on Comic View.
I think he's back. Are you back, bro?
Can you hear us?
I don't think he still can hear us.
Check 1, check 2, check 3. He get it together.
Yeah, he's getting it. I'm gonna
check 1, check 2, check 3. He said no.
Mic sound nice yet? No. Okay, so listen, when you go off, turn your volume all the way back. I'm gonna call you.
Okay.
All right, and then we're gonna see what's going on, y'all. So while we doing that, can we take a quick break, Ray?
We sure can.
Can you run the break for us while we go ahead and get this together?
Now listen, guys. Now she want me to do stuff like this. What we talk about, where we be like, you just don't be in the know. And this is the No BSDUO show, but you just don't be in the know.
She be in the know, y'all. She got the keys. She just use them when she want to. How about that?
Just don't be in the know.
Matter of fact, I'll just do it myself, okay? I'll do it myself.
Okay.
If you want to create a drop, release your new song with a pop, do you need an exciting intro for your video, promote your business, products, or shows? Contact us for customized digital video packages. For more details, email us at tkbsds.org@gmail.com. How do you cross the Atlantic and Pacific Ocean without a boat? You do it right here with a moment, a jazzy moment with Lovely on Cosmos Radio Network.
Now that's petty.
What?
You just had to play your favorite commercial, didn't you?
You said run the commercials, so I'm running the commercials.
Oh gosh, it's been a minute since we've been over to London, but we are now on London every other Sunday on the show called The Beauty Shop. So you get to talk to the ladies, and we talk and bust it up with the guys. So go ahead and give them a brief, Ree. Be right back.
A brief of the beauty shop. So the beauty shop came about. Well, I'm going to say this. So the men over there on the London side of the bridge came in and they called us out. So they talked about the ladies and different things that the ladies do, things they don't do, things they say and don't say, and why they do this, why they do that, blah, 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 blah. And they said they have this conversation in the barber shop. So we was called out to say, ladies, we need you to come and to confirm. We need you to come and clear it up. We need you to come and do what you do, but do it in the beauty type way. So that's how the beauty shop came about. That's how we got over to London. And as Lovely says, she taught us how to cross over without a boot. So we're there on the 1st and 3rd, and we're going to show the fellas and have the conversation with the fellas, and the ladies can chime in as well, as we talk in a beauty type way of what the things we're answering, the questions that's what's on guys' mind. And it's just a lovely conversation between four beautiful women who has come across this platform many of times, and we just give our point of view. We answer the question in a respectful way. And it's not the typical he say, she say, her way, his way type conversation. It's just our opinions. It's just how we talk. And we've given our opinions in a respectable way, as we do. So those of you who follow us on the No BSDUO show, those of us who follow us during the week, you know how we have our conversations. You know how our experiences go. So we go over to London. It's the same way. So come over on Sunday at 5:00.
Yeah, that's what we do. So he's back, y'all. Let's see if we can hear him. Can we hear you, petty Christian you? No, can't hear you. So you stay right there. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to call you from Facebook and let the speaker play that way and see if you can hear me. Let's see. Let's see if that happens for him. Let's see if we can hear him. Can you hear me? Can you hear us? Let me see. Let's see. All right. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right. So can you hear me?
He sounds far away, but I can hear him.
Can you hear him now? You know what? I wonder, would it allow me to do that? Now we about to do some funky stuff, y'all. Let's see if Facebook will allow us to share our messenger phone calls. What you think?
Let's see.
All right.
He
I'm
said
gonna
it could work.
Yeah, let's see what happens. So I'm gonna let you go ahead and keep talking from here and see what we find out. And then let's just say, you know, we're into technology, so we're gonna find a way. We're gonna make it work.
See, y'all got the tech working over there.
Can you hear him still, Ray?
Yeah, he said you got the tech working over there.
Good.
Yeah, that's what I said. So we gonna hear.
Yeah,
that's what he said.
Let's see how this works. So how long have you been a comedian?
Shit will be my 7th year in August.
Wow.
Here in August. All right, keep talking, Ray. I'm gonna see if I can go grab the speaker and see if we can work it out.
I was gonna say, get your speaker.
All right, I go via voice.
There you go. We go via voice.
All right. So the question on the floor was, when you went to do your comedy on Comic View, how was that experience?
Did it on what again?
On Comic View. You were on Comic View?
No, I wasn't on no Comic View.
Where were you at?
I just travel all over I'm doing my own special coming up on Amazon. That's coming up in April 23rd in Virginia. But I've been on what they call, I guess you call it Chitlin Circuit.
Okay.
Yeah,
and
when
how was
you came out, right? I still had to go to sleep about 9:30.
Okay, I thought you said you was on Comic View. Okay. So how was your experience when you were on stand-up, when you first went out, your first experience?
I stand up. It was a great experience. Made me want to do it again. The biggest thing I had that happened for me in stand up comedy is I went out to Las Vegas for the Stellar Music Awards. So I went out there, and at the time that I went out there, she was out there doing her residency. So I went out there and just to tell her thanks for, being black and having integrity in this field, because a lot of people don't have integrity or stand up what they believe in. So she was on the Steve Harvey show. So I went out and told her, like she had this little meet and greet thing. So I was like, as an upcoming comedian, being black, it just means a lot for me for people to take a stand for themselves. She was like, "Oh, baby, you a comedian?" So I was like, "Yeah, I'm a comedian." She was like, "Well, what you doing tomorrow?" I was like, "What I need to be doing?" She was like, "Well, you opening up for me." She never heard me perform or none of that. So she just gave me an opportunity. So she was like, "Well, you did great. Whenever you out Vegas, you always could come and perform." So the next week I was flying out Vegas again.
Okay.
Hold on, we're gonna go ahead and switch you over to speaker. So hold on, all right?
Can everybody still hear me?
Yeah, we can ready to put this up on the speaker so everybody can really hear you. Let's see what happens. Can you hear now? Go ahead.
Let me know what Gilbert commented so I can shout him out.
Oh man, you gonna make my daddy mad at you.
We'll become friends, man. He said he want to come down south.
That's what he said now. So I'm gonna hang up and call you back on the regular phone so we can hear you, all right?
Okay.
All right. You gotta love live TV, y'all. We make it work. We find a way to make it work. That's what we do. So
That's what we do.
That's what we do. So we're gonna go ahead and work this thing out and see if we can get Mr. Terrell back on the line. Let's see. Let's see what's it gonna do. So we're gonna make that sound again. Here we go. Can we hear you now? Go ahead, say something. Let's see. Let's see. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
There you go. There you go.
All right now.
All right, we back.
We back. So go ahead. What was the next question on the floor we asked about? Oh, so he wasn't on so that's how you got your first break. Because
he wasn't on Comic View. He said when Comic View came out, he was still going to bed at 9:30.
So you was with Monique.
Yeah.
Oh, the funny lady herself. Monique is crazy.
Y'all put some age on me pulling a comic view, huh?
My bad. That was my fault. My bad. I thought that's what I heard.
Like, I ain't that old.
I was doing the same thing y'all was doing, looking at
it. So how was it working with Monique?
It was cool. And then also in DC, you got so many legends. I work with Tony Woods a lot. Tony Woods is Dave Chappelle's mentor. Taught Dave Chappelle the game. Got people like Lasse Lenny here, Mike Brooks. It's just DC full of comedian gold, if you might add. So I just work with them, but I didn't want to feel like that I was tagged to them. If that makes sense, I wanted to create my own identity in this game.
Right.
Because I don't want to be the next nobody. I just want to be the first me.
Got you. That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. So, may I ask if you could do just a little skit from your show?
We want to talk about Jesus. I don't want to skits. This is my real life that I'm talking about.
So I wanted them to hear you talk about. I wanted them to hear your. We like to call it at the church, your rhythmatic flow. Your rhythmatic flow is mean. That's why I was like, wait a minute, you had to want to be a preacher or thought you was going to be a preacher, because that rhythmatic mode, you just had it on too perfect. It was Too perfect. You had the leg lifting. You had the bounce. You had the point. You had the pause. I was like, wait a minute. You sure you wasn't supposed to be the preacher first?
So we're gonna talk about the hands attack classes.
Right? Yes.
All right. So the hands attack preacher is that preacher who sound like you got something clogged in his throat. You know that type pastor. So with him, like he don't even be preaching about nothing half the time. That's why I try to tell people to get an understanding of the Bible for yourself. Because half the time that preacher, he ain't even preaching about nothing, but he had the people real involved in everything. He always start out with the church lingo. He be like, God is good all the time, and all the time God is good. The other day, I walked into McDonald's. The man said, come on up. My name is Jesus. Would you like to try? 2 fish fillets for $2. And as I went in my spirit, I noticed when Jesus fed the multitude with 2 fish, if I lose the bread, I went back in my spirit and I noticed Jesus spells his name JESUS, God O-N-E. I said, Jesus spells his name JESUS. I looked in the eyes and said, Jesus, is that you? I want you to know that God is still feeding the multitude today. Look to your neighbor and say, neighbor, let me get a mixtape too. The deal felt so good in my spirit. Had me wound up. Had me speaking in tongues. I was like, ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I'm loving it. The doors of the church are now open.
Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy.
I'm loving it.
Oh my God.
He is so funny, y'all. Like, he is really funny.
Oh my God.
He really
And
is.
so again, so when you do your skits, do you practice first? Like, how does the whole thing work for you?
Coming up, I've started writing more to like kind of format it, but I just kind of like get on stage and say what's on my mind, just like I do on Facebook. So it's whatever come to mind. I just type it, but I just believe that all comedy doesn't have to be vulgar. So my comedy is family friendly. So you ain't got to get no babysitter. Depending on the venue, you might have to, but like I don't do no cussing on the stage. I don't knock, the guys that do that. Is actually entertaining to me, but I just feel that, I could be more slick with wordplay more than just being crude and a bunch of cussing. So and to make you think about stuff, things that make you type thing.
Yeah. Because you for sure made me go when you just spoke about the tuna fish.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm never going to look at that scripture the same again.
Every time that scripture is read, I am going to bust out laughing. I just hope I'm not on the choir when it happens.
That's the downfall to not gonna say the downfall, but like now when people hear they preach a certain type of way, they just start laughing, and it's like,
But you definitely have a gift for sure. You definitely have a gift. But this wasn't where you thought you was going to end up. This is like a blessing for you, correct?
Yeah. My favorite comedian is God, because for the simple fact you can always plan your life how you wanted to plan. Or like when you pray, have you ever prayed for patience? Then 9 months later you got a baby. Patience. But God is a comedian. He tell you that in the Bible when he told Sarah at a later age that she was gonna have a baby, and she laughed. So that means God is a comedian. Like she named her son Isaac, which means laughter. So God already told you it's good to laugh. Laugh is good for the soul.
That he did. That he definitely did. And you have some good things that's on the horizon for you, correct?
Yeah, I have great things on the horizon. Like I say, on April 23rd, if any of the listeners are down in the Virginia Hampton Roads area, I'm doing my first live taping, which is the Petty Christian Live down in Newport News, Virginia. So I'll be doing that on Saturday, April 23rd. The first show is sold out. I had to add another show, which is an 8 o'clock show. So for the older people, you still be in the bed by 9:30. But yeah, so that's all I've been preparing for is that I still on a regular comedy clubs all over America. Looking forward to going out the country at the end of the year. We'll see how that goes due towards COVID. But yeah, I'm just trying to leave my mark and let people know who I am. And by the way, I don't know if y'all mentioned this, but I am the flyest comedian in the whole game.
So you
Ever.
must see me throwing your pictures up, then. You must see me throwing your green suit and then the suit you nicely showed off for us here in Philly. That joint was nice. I have to admit, it was very nice.
So you know, I just want to state that in case Steve Harvey listening to this, you know, podcast. I just want to let him know that I am the best. And it's not arrogance. I'm just stating the fact, as I always say. You know, it ain't petty if you telling the truth.
That's right. It ain't petty if you're telling the truth. You're right. Well, we really, really, really appreciate getting to know you, getting to meet you. Like, this is really everything for us. And your show, your experience was even more phenomenal. So a lot of people wanted to know where they could find you, book you, etc.
You can find me on all social media platforms at Thomas Terrell Jr. If they're trying to book me, then you can book me on my email, which is Teezus, Teezus, comedy at gmail.com. That's if you want to book me. And you should book me. You should. I think you really should book me. Yeah, that's my booking info. And a lot of people always wonder how I come up with the name Teezus,
Okay.
which is crazy. I stopped using it because one of the churches wrote Teezus on my check, and I couldn't cash it. But Teezus is my I guess you could say it's like a born again name for me because the church I grew up, I thought it was bad to go to other churches. So my mom's side of the church, I made my mom's side of the family go to a different church. So you know how older people are like, well, we don't know what to do with them, so we give them over to the Lord.
Right.
So I was listening. At one time in life, I thought I was Jesus Christ because one time my father had knocked me out, and 3 days when I rose, I was like, why has thou forsaken me? So I thought I was Jesus at one point. And I had to get baptized, but I didn't want to get baptized at my grandmother's church. So I tried to come up with some plan, you know, to get out of it. So when they was baptized me, I had put Alka Seltzer Plus in my sock and in my pocket. So when I walked in the water started fizzing up. And I don't know if my grandmother was trying to say Thomas or Jesus, but it came out like Jesus. So I just used that to, you know, get on her nerves and remind her of what happened at the time. That's the petty side of me.
Oh, that's the petty side for sure. That is the petty side for sure. But we love it. And we are just so glad that you came through to just show it because, like we said earlier, you know, right now, you know, what the world needs now is love, but not only love, but the love for some laughter. We need to just laugh a little bit because we have been having some real serious situations that is going on. But it's just good to have a moment where we could just sit back and relax and go, yeah, you know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's
So,
with gas prices going up.
honey, we ain't want to talk about the gas prices, my Lord. We ain't gonna talk about the gas prices. I said, I'm gonna get me a bike. I'm gonna go back to pedaling.
Give me a horse.
Wait a minute.
1 horsepower.
But if you got a horsepower, then you got to feed the horse. That's just like the gas. If you got a bike, all you need is some air, 25 cents.
Yeah, but horse eat grass, so I just leave it outside on people's lawn.
He like, Thomas, can you please come and get your horse? It broke out of the shed again and it's on our lawn. Well, guys, this has come to the end. Is there anything or anybody you want to shout out, you want to talk to?
Mm, I'll shout out my family.
All
So
right.
I'm gonna send them the link so they know I shout them out. My beautiful daughter Madison, my wife Tajana, so they can see I'm proud. You know,
Amen to
that's
that.
about it. My manager, Jermaine in Charlotte, North Carolina, Mosaic Flow up in Philadelphia.
Whoop, whoop.
You all podcast. You know, black people start naming everybody, but yeah, that's about it for the most part.
But yes, we
Oh, and
appreciate.
one last person, one most important person I'd like to shout out is my new friend Gilbert.
My
Yeah, shout out
dad
my
is
man
gonna get
Gilbert for
you.
tuning
My dad is definitely gonna get you.
in.
My dad is gonna really, really, really get you. Well, you heard it first. He called out for you, Daddy. So when he become really up there, when he be all up in the lights and stuff, you can be like, he called me his friend.
Hey, say this me. You know me. G Daddy. I'm gonna say, oh, that's my man right there.
Oh, so it was a good evening. Like we promised everyone, it was going to be a gut busting experience. So again, we want to thank you so much for coming through. And you can always tell when something good is about to happen because crazy things be trying to block you and things be trying to stop you. But as you see, don't no monkey stop no shows on the No BS Duo show because we're gonna find a way to give you the no. And the no
We getting
tonight,
it done.
yes, and the no tonight was to know more about the petty Christian. So he's coming to your town soon. DC, stand up, do what y'all do. And remember, he's coming real soon to a place near you. And he will be back in Philly. And we're going to make sure when he do decide to reside here, we're going to make sure we're going to have him up in the house. And we're going to show him that Philly love that he so desires. Because he cool like that. All
I
right, y'all.
appreciate you all for having me on your all's platform, sharing your all's platform with me, giving me a chance to let the world know who I am. Because y'all worldwide. Y'all ain't no local. Y'all worldwide.
Yeah,
So
we
big
doing.
up to y'all too as well.
We trying. We trying to do something. We trying.
Ain't no such thing as trying. Either you're doing something or you ain't doing it.
That's true. So we thank you for noticing that we trying to make some moves and make a difference. So listen, guys, remember I have this up here for you guys to let you see. This is where he's going to be at next. It's going to be on April 23rd. He is selling out everywhere he goes. And if you think tonight was crazy, you got to see him up close and personal. And I promise you, you will not be disappointed. And when you go with an open mind because he's going to laugh and you're going to have to laugh about it too. God ain't going to be mad at you for laughing. Trust me. He ain't going to be mad.
If it's a closed mind, I'm opening for you. You ain't gotta worry about that.
Hey, we know that for sure. We definitely do know that. You will definitely do that. So we're gonna go ahead and bring Val in, and we're gonna go ahead and close the doors. The hospitality department is coming back.
Well, I'm not so sure if you guys can hear me. Sean, if you can hear me, please let me know.
Hey, clap one time. We got you.
All right. So I want to thank you, bro. Thank you so much, Thomas Terrell, for coming in. I really, really appreciate you being here. And thank you for the gift of laughter. If you guys were checking in, you came in on all of our networks. You were on each and every one of our YouTube channels. So we just want to thank you so much for that. If you're coming in and still listening in under social media, you were under 3 different ways. That is the KNOWBS Duo Show, as well as the Sister Chat. And to all all of my vibers in the V spot, I want to say cheers to you guys. Thank you so much for listening in. And do not forget, even though there was a lot of craziness that was going on, we were live on our podcast, which is, I'm sorry, live on our .com, which is tkbsdsproductions.com, tkbsdsproductions.com. And after this, you can go to the podcast where you can aux us and get all of our experiences, no matter which one you listen to. We are there. Just type in TKBSDS Productions and we are there. Join us tomorrow, guys. We have some amazing, amazing things going on. Lovely, if I'm not mistaken, is crossing the waters tomorrow. But do not forget to join us, the ladies, yes, the ladies with a friend on Soul TV, where we kick off another amazing episode inside of the beauty shop with the 4 baddest stylists ready to get you dyed, fried, and set aside on all of the upcoming and wonderful events. We love you guys. Good night.
All right, y'all. Y'all know how we do. If nobody told you, we love you. So you know that you are definitely loved. And again, Terrell, thank you so much, bro.
Yes, thank you so
Thank
much
you
for
all
coming in.
having me. No problem. All right, y'all. Good night, sweetheart. Well, it's time
Good night,
to
everyone.
go. I think I'm gonna leave it to
Leave it to the music.
yeah. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that.
I'm just going to let you sing in peace, Sean. I'm just going to let
Yes,
you
I'm
sing.
just gonna sing. All right, yo.
Good night, guys.
Good night, sweetheart. Well, it's time to go. Good night, sweetheart. Well, it's time to go. I hate to leave you, but I really must say, whoa, good night, sweetheart. Good night.